Alright, so it is finally cool enough in the garage to come out here and do some work on the JON boat. Today we're going to finish up the rod locker. So first off, in the last video I talked about making this piece here that fits perfect, that is going to wall off the rod locker and allow me to foam this entire area. I also need to cut down all the PVC pipes, but first I want to go ahead and get this riveted on. So let's start working on that. Alright, so we got that piece attached. Are you supposed to shake this stuff? If any foam gets on the outside, I'm just gonna cut it off, clean it up, it'll be alright. So, here we go. I'll start over here. Whoa, that shoots out fast. Control pressure, control. Alright, so all this foam that I just put on this side is going to be pushing out on this side. Look, it already is. But that is a good thing because it's going to expand on both sides and that is going to lock that wall into place. Hopefully enough for me to pour the foam in and it not push the wall out. Once the foam is cured, I can come back on this side with a razor blade and cut all that off and it'll come right off. So that's the plan for that. We may need to build it up right here. Just put some down, let it sit up. Okay, so there's all the gaps foamed out. I'm gonna give that some time to expand and cure, and in the meantime I'm going to go ahead and cut all the PVC pipes down. Once I get these into, I'm also going to be heating them up and bending them to the curvature of the boat, just so more fit in there. Alright, first PVC pipe going in. I just want to see how she looks. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this tubing for the water. Going to cut it at 2 foot for each piece. So I'm going to run this tubing inside of this rib. Let's see how much we need. This one's going to be in this corner here, so, and then one more. I wanted this one to be up front, but it may not reach all the way up to the front, but this will still reach to up here, so I guess that's decent enough. Or I could do another one back here, because I mean the boat is gonna always be up. The front of the boat should always be up. When I'm going fast, it'll be up, so the water will eventually end up back here. So screw it, we'll just do 3 tubes in the back. There's that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and cover this with the foam because I do not want pour foam getting down inside this rib and running all the way back and closing it off even more. It's fine to close it off here because I got the water tubes, the drain tubes, to go down there. But if you don't have drain tubes, do not foam off your ribs. Do not do it. Alright, it's time to bend the PVC. Got a heat gun here, and this takes a lot of heat. Alright, there is one pipe completely bent and cut. That's how the front looks. It's all flush. Yeah, buddy. Alright, we just got to do that 8 more times. I just realized I'm gonna need to get down to the bottom pipes to foam them. So we need to take these out for a second and do that. Guys, I almost forgot to weigh the tubes before I put them all in, but I went ahead and weighed 3, times it by 3, and it is 13.2 pounds for all of the PVC pipe going in the rod locker. So not bad at all, 13.2 pounds. Alright, so I was getting ready to do the third layer of pipes and I realized I messed up. I did not close off the ends to these pipes. So what that means is if I pour foam down here, it can easily get inside the pipes and run down the pipe and expand inside the pipe. So yeah, that kind of sucks. But I'm thinking I can use expanding foam in the can and kind of close off all the gaps, and then just fill this end up with this foam, and then the pour foam shouldn't be able to get in once I do that. But to play it safe, these last 3 pipes are going to be shorter. They'll probably end about right here. So I'm going to go ahead and close those off first with some duct tape. Alright, well that's the end of this can. I was hoping to be able to fill up this down here, but I can't. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. But I'm pretty confident that the pour foam will not be pushing through any of this foam or any of these cracks right here. The only thing I'm worried about the pour foam leaking out now is with the outside wall over here. If pour foam pushes this wall out, it's gonna be bad. Maybe I can put batteries right here, 60-pound battery, so it doesn't push it out. That might help a little bit. All right, so now I want to go ahead and secure these tubes in place where they're gonna go. All right, so we are busting out the pour foam. I have never used this stuff before. Hopefully it goes good. We got some cups, and then we also got some little bowls here to mix the pour foam. All right, so this pour foam is a 1-to-1 mix ratio, so I need to get the same amount into each cup. This is 94% closed cell expanding foam. Foam preparation. Before mixing this product, several considerations must first be addressed. Temperature. Total boat flotation foam should be mixed and applied at a warm room temperature. 75 to 80 degrees is optimum. That is a tiny, tiny window. But guys, it is nighttime, and check this out. Go to weather app. Bam. 75 degrees. So we are right on the money. This is why I wanted to do it right now, tonight, because I knew for a fact it'd be way too hot in the middle of the day. It says be ready to work quickly. Mix foam together for approximately 25 seconds, 15 seconds in warmer conditions of 80 degrees or higher. There should be no visible swirls in the cup when mixing is complete. Rising begins almost immediately and is dramatic. The rise time for the foam is dependent on resin used, and the reaction is a chemical reaction, so there are no second chances once mixing begins. You boys ready for this? Because I am. I should go get gloves. Alright, so we got 25 seconds, maybe 15 seconds. Here we go. Go time. 1. Oh god, I'm scared. I'm scared. 2. I'm so scared. If I said I wasn't scared, I'm lying. Alright, it's going. It's going. It's going. I can tell. That was an ugly, horrible pour. Oh, we're expanding, baby. We are expanding. Dude, that's expanding good. Nothing leaking out. Nope, we're good. Dude, look at that thing expand. I need to get some down in this corner. But that pour was great. The foam expanded super quick, so that's good. Alright, this is actually kind of fun. It's exciting. It keeps you on your toes. Look how much that's expanded. That is freaking sick. Okay. I was so scared of this step, but it's so fun. Watch it expand. We got no leaks so far that I can see. I was so worried about this step. I've seen so many videos of this pour foam failing. Either it didn't expand, it just boiled, or people didn't block off the box good enough and it leaked out. I've seen so many videos of that, and it just had me worried, but this is working great. It is expanding almost instantly. This is 2 pours, and we're almost at the top. I'm not measuring, by the way, I'm just eyeballing it. Alright, so there's a moment when all these little bubbles start to appear and it changes the color, and that is exactly when you want to pour it, I feel like. I mean, this is my first time, so you're taking advice from someone who's never done this before, but it's working. Alright, I figured it out the first time, luckily, and it's worked ever since. This is the 1 gallon kit, by the way. I believe they sell 1 gallon kits, which is the big one, and then quart kits as well. Oh, it's turning, it's turning. And if it rises over the top, that's fine. I'll cut it off and then seal it. I actually want to go over the top because I want it to be a nice, flat, smooth surface. Alright, so I'm probably going to lose these tubes in the foam, but that's okay because when I cut it, the hole will be there. I definitely poured too much right here, but I wanted to make sure I got it all full. Guys, I'm freaking excited, man. This foam is fun. Way easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a huge mess. I mean, this may look like a huge mess, but when I clean it all off and cut it off, it's going to be, this entire box right here is going to be completely foam. No gaps of air, no air pockets, nothing. So, no water will be able to get in here and soak in here. If the boat ever takes on water, I know for a fact none will get in here. All this is already hard.
Would you stop with the damn drumming?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just was really getting into your story.
Alright, dudes. I'll come out tomorrow and this is just like... I'd crap my pants. But we're calling that a night. That was successful. Pour foam is super easy. All right, so we just need a little bit more. All right, that pretty much does it for the rod locker foam. I got a little pour happy there. All right, it's safe to open up the garage now. If any heat comes in, it won't be a big deal because it's all already risen up. So this is closed cell foam, meaning no water can get inside this foam. But that's just the outer layer after it's hardened. Once you cut into it, it's no longer closed cell. You're gonna open up all those cells if you cut into it. So I'm going to be cutting into it to make it all flush. So I'm going to have to seal it off to make sure no water gets inside the foam. It's kind of counterintuitive because it is closed cell foam and you're opening it, but I want a nice flush layer of foam. I want to fill as much foam as possible in this boat. I don't want any gaps or air pockets. So here's the front. We had this middle one leak in 2 spots and then this bottom one leak as well. I'm gonna make sure my hands aren't sticky first, and then, oh yeah, peel it off. Doesn't leave too big of a nasty residue either, so that's good. Freaking beautiful, man. Just comes right off. Now this bottom one, bruh. Even if it does come out of gaps, you just break it off and you can't even tell. This stuff is awesome. Go ahead and cut off this little blob of foam here. Jesus, this stuff sticks. All right, we got quite a bit of it done. It's pretty messy, but hey, we got the most amount of foam in the boat that we could. But I'm gonna show you how I'm cutting this. So I'm just making slices all the way down, and then doing the same thing long ways like this, and the whole piece just comes out just like that. All right, so now I have all these leftover pieces of PVC pipe, probably 2.5 foot, maybe 3 foot. So I need to think of a project to do with those. I'm thinking I could actually build a cover for the boat. Well, build a cover support for the JON boat. So that way the cover goes up, goes flat, and goes back down. That way no water will ever sit on top of the cover on the JON boat. I think that's what I might do. All right, we got the boat all cleaned out. Looking pretty good. There's all the foam. I don't know how much foam we added. Probably maybe 2 cubic foot, maybe, if that. I mean, it's hard to tell because a lot of this space is the pipes. There's 9 2-inch PVC pipes in here. Just to play it safe, I'm gonna call it 2 cubic feet. It's probably not, but I don't want to undersell the weight of this foam. This foam is 2 pounds per cubic foot. So I'm just overshooting it to call it 4 pounds just to be safe. So I need to add 4 pounds on the weight list. All right, so I just dug out a little channel back here in the back that is for water to build up right here. This is the only spot I want water to build up because I'm cutting the tubes flush down in this little crease here. So that is where the water will pool and then run down the tubes and out of the boat. So, all right, so here is the foam after I went ahead and grinded it all down. So the foam hardened, I cut it all out, and then if you look, there's like a slight bow in the shape of the foam, and it also runs downhill as well, just a slight bit. But that is so if any water gets inside here, it's gonna go down to the center and then come all the way back and then come in this little pocket here and go down the tubes. But since I cut into this foam, it is no longer closed cell foam. So this is no longer waterproof. So I need to seal all of this foam or else it's gonna soak up water the second it touches it. So I was thinking, what should I seal this with? And my first thought was, well, the paint that I used to paint the boat is probably the best water sealant there is. Oil-based enamel. Once this stuff dries, it is waterproof. It is so nice. Water will run down this thing easy. So I'm gonna try. I'm not sure if this paint will eat the foam, So first I'm gonna test it out. I have a bag full of foam over here that I cut. So I'm gonna dip this in the paint and see if it eats it. I don't think it will. Guys, I'm gonna give you a quick warning right now. If you do this, so I used the grinder and a cutting wheel. And I just went to town. And this got little bitty tiny pieces of foam everywhere. It was all over here, all on the side of the boat. There's literally foam on the back of the boat. I bet I could go back here. Look how dirty. The motor's still dirty. That is foam. I mean, literally everywhere. I had to wipe down all the surfaces on the boat. It was everywhere in the garage. So just a heads up, if you grind down your foam like this, you're gonna have a big mess to pick up like I did. It looks good. It's gonna look real good once I paint it and smooth it all out. This oil-based enamel, once you paint it, it like self-settles and it makes itself smooth. It looks freaking awesome. But I'm gonna get some of this foam off the sides and then repaint that all red as well. It will be looking pretty nice. Let's go ahead and open the paint. All right, we got some left, not that much, but I'm just gonna dip this foam in the paint and see what happens.